Sophia, come on in.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you. So to start this interview, basically I want you to just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a sophomore at Hofstra University. I should be graduating in 2014. Fashion has really been an important part of my life since I was a child. I have an aunt who, she designs the lingerie for Victoria's Secret. My cousin, both my cousins actually have a handbag line, so it's kind of been around me all the time, and I became very interested into it. And I work at a high-end shoe store currently, and I help style a lot of people. I've styled Jennifer Lopez and Carmen Electra. I've helped them pick out their shoes. So I wanted to broaden my knowledge on fashion and maybe intern at a magazine.
So is your aunt and the family members that are in the fashion industry, are those the people that have inspired you to apply to be in the fashion world?
Yes.
Great. So there are a lot of fashion magazines in the world, and especially in New York City. So why do you want Vogue? Why do you want to apply to be at Vogue?
Because I feel like Vogue is so developed. It's in, it comes out monthly in over 18 countries in the world. It's so big, and it's not even just about fashion. It's about how it influences like culture and how we live and socialize and what we listen to, what we watch to. It just affects a lot of people.
Good. All right. What do you think is your greatest weakness?
I would say that probably not knowing when to stop and working as hard as I possibly can. And sometimes I just don't know when to give myself a break.
So, who is your favorite designer and why?
I would say that the most inspiring designer to me is probably Chanel. Ever since she came out with her first bag, she's been a classical designer ever since then, and her bags just get more and more, not just bags, everything that she does just gets more and more popular and more recognition as the years go by.
Okay, great. You know, in the magazine industry, we really focus. You know, we have a lot of high-end clients come in and celebrities come in. So, how are you with communicating with people that you see on TV every day, or your communication skills with celebrities?
I would say they're pretty good since I've already had some sort of trial and error with this already because of the past couple of years that I've been working at the store. So I would say I'm pretty much okay with it and used to it.
Great. Those are all the questions that I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, actually, I have read that most of the Vogue internships, they're not as personal. They're more of like you're working in a group of other interns. Can you explain how that is?
You do work in a group of interns. You do have some staff that do help you and figure out what you have to do. But basically, the interns are the assistants to some of our staff. So, you know, some of the errands that they have to do, and you know, you'll go to the photo shoots with them. And while you might not be up close and personal with everybody, you'll definitely get to meet some people, and you'll definitely get to help with the staff and help them make sure that the magazine is the best that it could be.
Okay. And does this internship only last during the summer, or is it possible to continue it on as the year goes on?
We do have internships in the fall and the spring. The one you are applying for is only for the summer, but we do encourage, if you are still interested, to apply for the further internships in the future.
Okay, that's great.
So that's all the time we have today. If you do have any questions, you have my contact information. Please feel free to contact me with any further questions you might have. We will contact you in the next 2 weeks when we figure out who we will be hiring for the summer.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in,
and
we hope to see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Wipe off the sweat. Wipe off the sweat. All right, interviewer. How did you feel about the greeting?
I think it was good. She definitely appeared strong, which was good. You know, she definitely, even if she was nervous, she didn't appear to be nervous. Good.
Okay, interviewee. How did you feel about the greeting?
I think it was good. She was excited to meet me.
Who did you meet?
What?
Who did you meet?
Well, it was supposed to be Mrs. Atsley, but
But who did you meet?
Chris,
Did you?
yes.
Did you?
Well, I was supposed to meet the.
No. Did Chris introduce himself?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
These are things that I want you to think of. We're helping us to get better. So, very strong greeting, but don't forget to introduce yourself as well. We want to know, remember that's part of what is supposed to happen in the beginning. How did you feel about the response to the questions, Chris?
I think they were good. You know, it definitely showed that she did her research on the company and that she knows about fashion. When I was creating the questions, you know, I was trying to think about questions to ask that would show what she knows about fashion itself, since that's, you know, that's what the magazine is about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she definitely showed that she has knowledge in the area.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel about the questions being asked you, Sophia?
I think they were good because he didn't just ask questions about like my knowledge on the magazine. He asked about in general, which is like culture and designers and things that have to do with the magazine that aren't exactly just facts on it. So he like got a feel of what else I know other than just what I would read, just reading a biography or book.
Did you feel you had enough time to respond?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could have said more, but in the time that we had, I think that I said as much as I could.
Due to the project or due to in-between questions being given to you?
I guess a little bit of both.
Okay. What did you think about the interviewee's body language?
I think it was good. You know, she was kind of looking a little bit down sometimes, but she did make eye contact.
Okay.
For most of the time.
Okay. What did you think of the interviewer's response to your question, Sophia?
I think that how I responded, I guess, is kind of what he was expecting. He wasn't, I guess, maybe some things that I said maybe brought like interest to him, but I think for the most part what I said to him is kind of what he expected someone that's interviewing for this position to kind of say.
What did you think about when you asked him questions, his responses?
I think that like the question that I asked about whether I'm individual or group, I feel like it might have been a question that is like asked often because he right away knew exactly what to say and exactly what I meant by it.
Okay. So, what did I want to say to you two? Great job. Very interesting being able to fire back questions, and what I want to highlight to everybody is that Chris made secondary questions. Remember we said primary and secondary? So he was listening and followed up with how Sophia responded by asking her about that. That's more of what we want to see and what happens in an interview. So good job, the two of you.